Daytona Beach, Florida is home to Hankster's Hot Rods Muscle Car and Collector Car Showroom, where we own all of our vehicles. We are not a consignment dealer. If you're watching today's presentation on YouTube, please be sure to check out our website, which is hanksters.com. So where you can find all of our most current inventory. We leave our YouTube videos up at all times for our subscribers to watch through both of our locations, both in PA and in Florida. However, when a vehicle is funded in full, it does come down off of our website, letting you know that particular model is no longer available. Also, check us out on Instagram. There'll be vehicles such as this one we're about to present to you right now up on Facebook and Instagram prior to us doing our full marketing presentation, rather. This way, if you are in the market for a specific year, make, or model, you might be able to get a jump on another prospective buyer by checking us out there. We sell a lot of our vehicles before they ever hit our website. There's also a cool link there to our gift shop here in Daytona. We sell Hanksters hats, Hanksters t-shirts, different apparel, all kinds of cool garage signs, banners, flags, cool automotive merchandise for your man cave, for your garage, or wherever you might store your classic car or classic car collection. So, 12 months in a year, as many years as we've been doing this, both in Pennsylvania, for over 20 years, and here in Daytona for over 7 now. We have an opportunity to buy a lot of cars. We have an opportunity to sell a lot of cars, and we also have an opportunity to trade a lot of cars. And this particular car we've owned before. Many of you out there that are in the classic car hobby, maybe you have 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars. If you're a guy, a car guy or gal, and you like to trade out every so often, hey, I'm done. It's been 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. I'm done with this. I want something new. I want a Mustang. I want a Camaro. I want a GTO. The name of the game. Always driving something new. Always, keeping that excitement going. So this one we took back in on trade. It is a 1968 numbers matching Chevrolet Impala 396. So let's check the car out because it's a pretty unique piece. As I mentioned, 396, it does have that designation on the air cleaner and the fenders, and it is appropriate because that is the numbers matching 396. We do have a picture on our website of the partial VIN on the block. It does have power brakes. We do have power steering. And look at this. You know what that is? That is an AC compressor. And yes, those are typically mounted on the passenger side of the car. Sometimes on the driver's side, but more often than not, they're on the passenger side. This one does have steering, does have brakes, does have air, does have a big block, and it is numbers matching. And look, it's a convertible, and it's red. So let's check it out. Chrome on the front bumper is fantastic. Looks like a newer front bumper. I do have some photos, not many, but a couple photos of the restoration. It shows you the car in paint and shows you the car in primer and so on and so forth. I don't know when it's been done, but the car presents itself very well in all aspects from a paint standpoint, interior standpoint, mechanical standpoint. So let's continue to take a look at the car. I mentioned earlier 396 designation on the driver's side front fender. The correct wheels for the car, white walls, radial tires, chrome around the fender well there, the wheel opening molding rather, I should say, looks good. It's nice and uniform. It's not rusty or cracked up or dented. You do have a pinstripe accent molding there, starting on the driver's side fender, continuing on the door, and going down that long rear quarter of the car. The paint on the driver's side front fender is really, really nice. Most of the paint in our building is driver quality. This is no exception. However, you look low, you look high. There's no blistering, cracking, fading, fish eyes, anything like that. So very well presented paint on this car. Same thing with the hood. Check out the hood nice and close. In this video and in the still photos. It's a nice paint job. Tops of the fenders are nice. The paint's laid uniform, the clear's laid uniform. Again, no dirt, debris, bubbles in the paint, anything like that. Front windshield clarity is extremely nice. Do have that kind of shaded top portion there, and then of course the windshield itself. That's just a smudge, so we're good. How about the driver door? You know, this Impala is a long car. That's why it has a big block under the hood to power it. You know, your door fitment is fantastic to the front fender, to the rear quarter, to the lower rocker. You do have a chrome rocker molding down there that looks to be in good shape as well. Convertible top is power. It does work. We will show you that later on a test drive. Check out the seat belts, rear, obviously white vinyl interior. The white vinyl interior is in very nice condition. You know, it's not worn, it's not torn. You know, with a classic car that has white interior, it does start to discolor a little bit. This interior does have, you'll be able to see like a little bit on the door panels and the seats. It does have a little bit of yellow tint to it. However, it's not terrible at all. Again, I mentioned the door panel. You can tell it's a little yellowed, but again, it's not warped or torn or, you know, anything like that. It doesn't need to be replaced. It's just, it is what it is. It's an old car. Push button here to put the seat forward. Your seat back's good. It's not cracked up. Real nice, heavy-duty, expensive floor mats, full size. Carpeting underneath the floor mats in good shape. OEM seat belts in the rear. That Super Sport steering wheel looks to be in good shape. We'll see if that cool little fancy horn works later on in the test drive presentation. Put the seat back a little bit here. Huge SS396 floor mat. Let me get off my high beam, low beam switch, and around this particular floor mat goes around the accelerator pedal, but you can see the carpeting underneath is in pretty good shape. Look at the size of that thing. Could be a throw rug. Those are in real nice shape. Not cheap, $20 parts store floor mats by any means. Check out the clarity on your gauges up there around the speedometer, the clock, the tach. Center console staple shifter. Driver's door opens and closes with ease. Let's take a shot down the side of the car on the driver's side. The rear quarter, look at how long the rear quarter is on this car. Going. You know, the rear quarter, the driver door, the front fender. Hopefully this video presentation, you can see the body lines. They're really nice on the car. The car's I'm not going to use the word perfect. The car's very, very straight down the driver's side. How's that? Look at that size of that deck lid. Huge, right? So the body line, or I'm sorry, the gaps to the rear quarters on the deck lid are pretty uniform on both sides. Chrome on the rear bumper. What a fantastic look on the rear end of this Impala with your, you know, brake lights, reverse lights, two chrome pipes there coming out of the lower valance. Great paint on the deck lid too. Hopefully you can pick up on that in this video. I don't see anything that you really need to point out that's cause for concern in the paint. On the front fender's hood or on the rear, tops of the rear quarters, deck lid, anything. It's a really nice paint job. I'm sure this particular paint job would cost a pretty penny today. Your weather stripping there around the trunk in real nice shape. Do have a full-size BFG spare. There is a jack underneath there. There's a full-size trunk mat. The trunk is in good shape underneath the trunk mat. There's a couple photos here. You know, these aren't restoration photos. These are just, you know, some photos. It was in a wedding, you know, back in the day. It's a Florida car. I want to say that it's a 3-owner car. I can't remember with 100% certainty, but I know the family that we bought it from before we just took it in on trade had owned it for, I forget, like 25 or 30 years, a long period of time. It wasn't like a 2-year deal. So here's some photos of the restoration. Whoops, that's upset. What are we doing here? You'd think I shoot enough of these videos that I'd learn what I'm doing, right? You know, just some miscellaneous photos of it in the body shop. There it is in paint. Again, I'm sorry there's no dates on these photos. It just, they have to be fairly recent because they're not on Polaroids, right? Somebody printed these out of a computer, but you get the idea. I'm not going to bore you to death with car pictures, but you will get all of this stuff with the car. Obviously, this is the parade boot. Full-size Chevrolet. You got a 68 assembly manual in case you decide you want to take the car apart and put it back together. You have that as well. So all that'll come with the car when you get it, when you purchase it. Make sure I don't lock the keys in the trunk. How about the passenger side? Again, that long rear quarter. You can see that body molding there at the body line is all nice and straight. That black piece that rolls down the rear quarter onto the passenger side door and onto the front fender. Check out your door there, how it fits to the lower rocker, to the rear quarter. It's nice and flush. There's no problem, like this paint is fantastic on the top of the rear quarter, on the bottoms of the quarters. Again, your wheel opening moldings are in fantastic condition on all four wheels. Let's open the passenger side door. Again, door panel, you got a little bit of yellowing. They very well could be original. I don't know. However, for what it is, they present themselves very well. Same thing with the passenger side front seat. You can see there's no rips, no tears. Your center console's in good condition. Those center consoles are not cheap, whether it's for an Impala, a Chevelle, a Camaro. They're $600, $700, $800. So this one's in nice condition. Impala Super Sport designation on the passenger side front fender. 396 badging as well. Again, there's no problems with the front fender, neither high nor low. Here's your problem areas would be like behind the wheels, both on the, behind the front wheel and the rear wheel. That's usually where, if there's body work, that's where it's at. This one's real nice, both high and low. This is a nice car. I originally bought this car. I'm proud that I bought it. I'm proud that I sold it, and I'm proud we get to resell it. It is a very nice car. You have a big block car. You have a think about what this car has going for you. You got a big block, power steering, power brakes, AC, power convertible top that works, red. I mean, Impalas are pretty strong right now, and I'm definitely excited to have this particular car as a piece of our inventory here in Daytona Beach. I do a lot of these videos, as I stated about 2 minutes ago. And in every video, I encourage you prospective buyers to come to Daytona Beach in person. We have a lot of people fly in. We have a lot of people drive in from Florida, from Georgia, from South Carolina. They get to drive our cars. They get to look at them out in the sunshine. They get to play with them for a couple hours. You can see how they stop, how they steer, how they accelerate. You can check out the undercarriage, see how structurally solid the car is. Check out the floor pans, bottom of the trans pan, bottom of the motor. Check out, play with the convertible top, roll the windows up and down, do whatever you like. That's what these cars are here for. We have a beautiful 25,000 square foot facility here in Daytona. We have anywhere from 25 to 30 cars online, where we have about 60 cars in the building. They're going through the process as fast as we can get them done. But, it takes time, between going, putting them through inspection, detailing them, photo, videos, so on and so forth. And then when you sell one, you got to start all back over again. So, but we definitely love to have you to Daytona. If this is your first classic car purchase, I definitely encourage you to visit our showroom. We can do everything that I just talked about and discussed. And, whether it's this Impala or any other piece of machinery we have in our inventory here, SUV, truck, car, sports car, muscle car, whatever it may be. With that being said, at the end of the day, we are an internet-based business. The majority of our business is done sight unseen. We take 80, 90, 100 photographs of each vehicle. We do a 15, 20, 25-minute video presentation of each vehicle. We do a pretty extensive spec sheet of each car. We spend a lot of time on the phone, a lot of time texting, a lot of time emailing. Because people in California, Texas, Colorado, Massachusetts, Ohio, they do not come to Daytona to visit. They just want to wire you the money or get a finance deal done real quick, and they want their car as soon as possible. So we do that a lot of times a month between both of our locations. And if you multiply that by 12 months in a year, 2 locations, do all the math, it adds up to a lot of classic cars per year, and we have longevity in this business. We try to represent each car as honestly and as accurately as we possibly can. We sell a lot of sight unseen cars, but please, if you have any hesitation about buying a 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old car, sight unseen, definitely visit us here in Daytona or in our PA showroom and take a look at it for yourself. That way, when the car arrives, you know exactly what you're getting, and there are absolutely positively no surprises because you were there and you looked it over. We're going to take it out on the rack. We'll throw it in the air. I'll show you guys the undercarriage real quick. It is a beautiful day here in Daytona Beach. Sun shining, temperature's warm. We will take this big block convertible for a ride, and I'll show you guys how it runs. Underneath our 1968 Impala, beautiful car, we have disc brakes up front. Let's take a look at the front seal on this 396. You see it's nice and dry at this time. Cross member looks good and strong. Let's take a look at the oil pan gasket. See the filter's dry. The side of the block looks, you know, fairly fresh. The oil pan itself, nice and dry on the driver's side. Passenger side you can't really see because you got a starter in the way, but you know. Let's take a look at the tranny pan. That you can see all the way around. See how there's no tranny fluid? Let's take a look at our problematic areas. So we already looked at the pan. Here's the speedo cable. Looks nice and dry at this time. And then your tail shaft seal, you can't really see because you have that cross member running to support the tranny, but anyways. How about the frame rails? You can see our lift is setting on it. They look fantastic all the way back. Driver's side, passenger side. You do have 2 exhaust manifolds on each side, going to a set of dual pipes, mufflers, Flowmaster. You will see out the back, I already showed you the chrome tips in the showroom. Look at those floor pans. See how nice and clean they are and solid. I don't know if they're the original. I highly doubt it based on the condition. I mean, they're fantastic. And whoever did the restoration was good because the paint on the car is fantastic and the floor pans are fantastic. What else can I say? Drum brakes in the rear. Dual set of Flowmaster mufflers on either side of the drive shaft. You can see your area up there where the rear end pumpkin is going to sit when this 12-bolt rear is on the ground. Back there where the back seat meets the trunk area, all that's nice and solid. You can see there's no holes. Springs look good. Rear shocks look good. That gas tank, you'd almost sleep in it, the size of it, but you're going to need it. This thing wasn't built for fuel economy. Frame rails, again, on the rear here that run to the bumper, look good. How about the lower valance on the car underneath the bumper? That looks good as well. So you got this big rear quarter. We'll show you the guys this side. Both sides are pretty much the same. So you got metal here, you got metal here. So you're gonna stick my finger in there, not full of Bondo or mud. Very nice car. We're gonna take it out and we're gonna test drive it right now. It's a beautiful day outside. Yeah. Oh, let me show you the tires too. So for those of you not familiar with classic cars, or any cars for that matter, there's your wear bars. When you're down to the wear bars, you need new tires. Obviously, you can see those wear bars are buried down deep in the tread. None of the tread is dry rotted or cracked, so tires are good too. Let's talk about payment options. If you're paying cash, you can bring us cash in person. We've had people do it. I've literally had people bring me cashes in metal boxes and all kinds of little bank envelopes and rolled up in their pocket. And anyways. But more commonly, cashier's checks or bank wire transfers, how the majority of our transactions are handled, simply because the money's there the same day and we can start preparing the car for shipment that much faster. If you're financing, that's fine. Makes no difference to me how you fund us. It's all the same. We get paid the same no matter what. If you're financing, we do have a few different collector car lenders we work with that will do up to a, do up to an 8-year loan on this particular vehicle. The loan amount is based on the price of the car, you know, the term rather on how long they'll go is based on the price of the car. 10% down is going to be your minimum. You can put down more if you wish. but they're going to require a minimum 10% with an approval, and then that remaining balance is going to be over the course of that 5 to 8 year period, whatever it is you get approved for. Whatever your method of payment, once the car's funded in full, it gets put through a pre-delivery inspection process. You know, we go through the car, make sure we didn't lose any lights, make sure the air is still blowing cold, you know, make sure all the lug nuts are torqued, all the fluid levels are proper, so on and so forth. That inspection takes about 24 hours to complete. However, they are done in the order funded, so depending on how many we sold that week, there might be 2 in front of yours, there might be 6 in front of yours. So, you know, when we get the car through the shop is, you know, going to be based on the units sold. The faster you pay us, the faster it goes through the shop. But trust me, we try to get you your car as fast as we possibly can. We do this every day. I know you guys get excited and you want your car, and I want to get it to you as soon as we can, so we do that. Once it's through inspection, if we are shipping it, we'll call a carrier for pickup. If you're in a populated area, you know, New York, Ohio, Texas, California, we generally have a carrier here within 24 to 48 hours. If you're in a more rural or remote area, it takes, you know, 3, 4, 5 days sometimes, you know, when the route is not a more common route where we got, you know, east-west and north-south. So, you know, just be patient if you are located, you know, out in the middle of a cornfield or up on the mountains, or, you know, where drivers are more reluctant to go because it's less profitable for them. But I promise you, we will get you your car as soon as we possibly can. And then delivery time, of course, is based on where you're located at in the country, driver sleep times, traffic, weather, how many other vehicles are on board, where those drop points are, so on and so forth. But we'll keep you posted the entire time for the ones handling the shipping. And if you're coming to get it, or you know, on a trailer, or you're coming to pick it up, we will certainly let you know when the car's ready and you can come get it. Let's set this 68 Impala down on the ground, take it for a little drive, and see how it runs. I really do love this car. It's a nice car. Tilt wheel. Horn. Tack. Oil, fuel. We'll see if the temp works. Battery. 72,098. Based on the condition of this car, I would not doubt that is the original miles. However, the title reads exempt, so we are selling it as true mileage unknown, in excess of mechanical limits, whatever you want to call it. I don't have any documentation on the motor rebuild, tranny rebuild, anything like that, so it is what it is. But let me tell you something. This car is fantastic condition from a body standpoint, from a mechanical standpoint, and I'd venture to say that's actual. Wipers. Okay. What do we want to look at? That? The clock's ticking. You know it's a good car when the clock ticks. AC blows cold. Obviously, we have the convertible top down, so we are going to. There we go. Yeah. Very, very, very cold. Now, listen. Normally, classic cars don't blow as cold as newer cars, and this one doesn't either. But it's about as cold as it gets for a 1968. Radio does not work. It looks like the original again. Radio. I mean, you can hear a little bit of sound. You know what I mean? But it's not putting out any tunes, so some kind of static. We're somewhere down here is that convertible top up. I promise you it goes all the way up and all the way down. I'm not gonna bore you with the whole presentation, but again, there's still photos of the car with the top up. Glass back window that you have to unzip. You know, some convertibles I do with the top up, the showroom presentation. Most of them I do with the top down because it gives you guys a better view of the car. However, it doesn't let me present the convertible top to you. The convertible top's white. It's crystal clean, like nice white. And glass back window, which is nice because you don't get that yellow discoloration with the plastic back windows over time. Did I show you everything? I think so. Dash pad's nice. We're sitting here at idle. We're running. We don't want to stall out, spit, sputter. We got a 396. We'll keep an eye on our temp gauge during the test drive. You know, big blocks have a tendency to run hot, so we will keep an eye on that. Nice car. Let's take it out on a drive and see how it runs. The car is fantastic. It's like riding on air. It really is. What a smooth ride. You let go of the steering wheel, the car tracks nice and straight. The speedometer's functioning and it's accurate. It's got a tiny, tiny wave. We're doing about 45, 46 miles per hour. Big car, but the response in the steering is pretty tight for a car this size. I don't have anybody behind me, so I'll show you the brakes. Car stops nice and straight, nice and smooth. There's no pulsation, vibration. The car has really nice acceleration. What a smooth ride. No, this is not the same 396 you'd have in a Chevelle or a Camaro. You know, it's a bigger car, so the get up and go isn't there like a smaller, lighter car. But let me tell you something. If you're looking for just a nice cruiser that just has a great ride and everything works and it's nice and tight, doesn't rattle, shake, shimmy, this is a really nice car. We're running through a couple gears here. Transmission shift perfectly. That's about 65. You can see I'm coming up on traffic. We're going to slow it down. No hands on the wheel. Car's not jerking you to one side or the other. Our temp gauge is slowly rising. It's just, you know, it's not a numbered temp gauge, so I'd say we're, I don't know, $1.50. We've only been running about 15 minutes, not even. No hands. Nice ride, no tire vibration. I don't know what more you could ask for out of a classic car. Chevrolet, 68, big block, drop top, AC. I sound like a broken record. It is a nice car though, seriously. 386-944-9219 is our contact phone here in Daytona Beach. Hanksters.com is our website. We will put the maximum picture allowance, which keeps dropping because our pictures on our website, what it can hold is done by how big the file sizes are, you know. So sometimes we can get 97, sometimes we can get 98, sometimes we can get 100, you know, but there will be maximum capacity that our website can hold of this car. You know, we got documentation to photograph, top up, top down, picture of the numbers match on the front of the engine block, so on and so forth. But in all seriousness, this is a super nice car. This would make a great classic car for somebody. If you're an Impala fan, maybe you've owned a 68 Impala, and you're in the market for one, this is a fantastic car. At full retail price, this car includes shipping in the lower 48 United States on an enclosed carrier. We do not ship anything open unless it physically will not fit in an enclosed carrier. We've had some jacked up Jeeps and pickup trucks that wouldn't necessarily fit. Other than that, it goes enclosed. Also, it includes a powertrain warranty. That warranty is good on internal components of the engine, transmission, and rear end. It is not a bumper-to-bumper warranty. It's good at any ASE certified facility, so you can probably take it to the same person that's working on your daily driver. But it's not going to cover batteries. If the oil pan gasket starts leaking, it's not going to cover that. If the alternator stops charging, it's not going to cover that. It's just major mechanical breakdowns of the drivetrain. Is the price of this car negotiable? It most certainly is. However, if we negotiate the price of the car, the warranty comes off. It's good at full retail price only. The shipping comes off as well. We do have a shipping broker we can put you in contact with that will help you find a driver for your car. However, you arrange it with them. You pay the driver on delivery with cash or check. They do not accept credit cards. If you are a collector, maybe you have your own open or enclosed trailer, you want to come trailer this Impala home yourself and make a little weekend trip out of it, you're welcome to do. Look, stopping, no hands on the wheel. Perfect. Look at that. Maybe you want to trailer this car home yourself, you're welcome to do that. We don't make any money off the shipping. We don't mark it up. I don't have my own trucks or anything like that. And of course, if you're local to us here in Central Florida, Orlando, Melbourne, Jacksonville, St. Augustine, you're more than welcome to come drive this beautiful car home. We would love to earn your business and add you to our growing customer base, not only throughout the United States, but throughout the entire world. Hanksters Hot Rods is located in sunny Daytona Beach, Florida, and our website is hanksters.com. Check us out. Check out this 1968 Impala before it's gone. I can't tell you how many people wait just a day or 5 hours or even an hour, and they miss out on a car they really wanted because they just waited that little while longer and somebody else called and put a deposit or wired the money before they could. So don't hesitate if you're in the market for a nice Impala, because this is your car. Hanksters.com. Check us out.